Networking doesn't work with the wrong approach. Most people think networking is about meeting more people, and that's exactly why it doesn't work. Because if you're honest, you've had coffee meetings that went nowhere. You've gone to events that felt productive, but didn't produce anything. And you've built relationships with people who like you, but who have never referred you. And part of the problem is this: most people are using networking for prospecting for sales. They walk into the room thinking, who can I sell to? But that's not networking. Networking is not about closing business. Networking is about identifying people who belong in your network. It's about asking, is this someone I want to build a relationship with who could become a good referral partner? Because once someone is in your network, your job changes. You're no longer trying to meet them. Now you're responsible for developing and maintaining that relationship. That's where most people break down. They meet a lot of people, but they don't have a system for what happens next. So the real question is, why does networking feel so inconsistent? Here's the answer: because most people are networking without a system. They don't have a system for who they should be building relationships with, how to develop those relationships, or how those relationships actually turn into referrals. The good news is, I'm going to show you how to fix that using something that completely changed how I think about business and networking. That system is EOS, the Entrepreneurial Operating System. I've had the opportunity to implement EOS in our B&I business, and it's completely transformed how we grow, how we lead, and how we scale. But what made this even more real for me is learning from someone who didn't just study EOS, he lived it. My EOS implementer, Brock Beiersdoerfer, implemented EOS inside his donut shop. Not a corporate office, not a theory, a donut shop. And through that, he created clarity, accountability, and real traction, and ultimately became an EOS implementer because of the results he experienced firsthand. And what we've both seen in this, EOS doesn't just work in businesses. It works anywhere humans are trying to create results, including networking. Because here's the truth most people miss. Networking is not an activity. Networking is a system. And if you don't build it like one, it will always feel random. EOS starts with vision. And this is where networking usually breaks down first. Most people network with a vague goal, like, I want to grow my business. That's not a vision. That's a wish. So let's apply EOS. Ask yourself, what percentage of my business should come from referrals? What does my ideal referral network look like? Who are the right people I need around me? In B&I, we've gotten very clear on this. We don't just want people in seats. We want people building referral relationships, meaning I trust you, I like you, and I know how to refer you. That clarity changes everything, because now networking isn't about meeting people. It's about building a very specific kind of relationship. EOS says if you want control of your business, you need data. So let's talk about the biggest shift we've made in networking. We stopped guessing what builds strong relationships, and we started measuring it, because most people feel like they have good relationships, but they don't actually know how those relationships produce results. So we asked the better question: what actually creates a referral relationship? And what we found is it's not just one thing. It's a combination of a few very specific behaviors. Here's what we track. First, frequency. How often do I see this person? Relationships don't grow in isolation. If I only see you once every few months, there's not enough consistency to build trust. Frequency creates familiarity. Second, depth of relationship. Have we met one-to-one? Not a surface level conversation, a structured conversations where we build trust so we are willing to pass each other referrals. I understand who you're looking for, you understand who I'm looking for, and we actually talk through how to refer each other. This is where a relationship becomes a referral relationship. 3, activity. Are we exchanging referrals? This is where most people hesitate. They think, I'll refer once I really trust them. But in reality, giving referrals is what builds trust. So we track how many referrals have I given, how many referrals have I received? Because activity strengthens the relationship. 4, the outcome. Are those referrals turning into business? This is the ultimate test because not all referrals are created equal. So we look at how many referrals actually close. Are we referring the right opportunities? This is where the relationship becomes valuable. Now, here's why this matters. When you look at these 4 together, frequency, depth of relationship, activity, and outcome, you can actually see the strength of the relationship. Not guess, not assume, you know. And this is why this works so well inside of BNI. Because BNI creates an environment where you see each other regularly, frequency, you're expected to do one-to-ones, depth of relationship, you're encouraged to pass referrals, activity, and you track the closed business, the outcome. So the system is already there. But here's the key. This doesn't just work in BNI. This applies to any network, whether it's your local community, your industry connections, strategic partners. If you're not tracking these 4 things, you don't have a referral system, you have a social circle. And this is where networking stops being emotional and becomes operational. EOS also teaches right people, right seats. Let's apply that to networking. Not everyone belongs in your core referral network. This is where a lot of people go wrong. They build relationships based on who they like, who they enjoy being around, and who they happen to meet. But high performers build their network differently. They ask, who can I confidently refer? Because your network is not just a group of people, it's a reflection of your reputation. So let's define what right people actually means. 1, they're specialists, they're not generalists. These are people who are known for something specific. Not, I kind of do a little bit of everything, but this is what I do and I do it well. Because specificity makes it easier to refer to them. 2, they deliver a consistent, high-quality experience. You're not just referring a service, you're referring an experience. You need to know, do they communicate well? Do they follow through? Do they treat clients the way you would want your clients to be treated? Because every referral you give reflects back on you. 3, they share similar values and standards. This is huge and often overlooked. If your values don't align around how you treat people, how you handle problems, what you consider good service, you will hesitate to refer them. And hesitation kills referrals. And 4, they're coachable and willing to learn how to refer, because even great professionals don't always know how to give referrals. So the question becomes, are they willing to learn? Are they open to having structured conversations, getting specific about what they need, practicing how to refer others? Because if they're not, it's very hard to build a true referral relationship. Now, when you apply this, your network naturally breaks into 3 groups. Your core referral partners, they meet these criteria and they refer consistently. Developing partners, they're a good fit, but need guidance and structure. And then your general network. Good people, but not central to your referral strategy. And this is the shift we've made in BNI. We've moved from asking, do I like this person? To asking, do I trust them with my reputation? Would I confidently put my name behind them? And do they know how to refer me? Because if the answer is no, it's not a referral relationship yet. This is where everything changes. EOS is built on process. And most people have 0 process for networking. Let me tell you what that process looks like. It looks like, first, structured one-to-ones, not just coffee, but who is your ideal client? What problem do you solve? What does a referral sound like? 2, a referral training process. You teach people what to listen for, what to say, and who to introduce you to. And 3, a weekly presentation process. In BNI, this is huge. Be specific. Because vague requests create 0 referrals. Clear requests create action. And this is something Brock has reinforced over and over in EOS. If it's not documented, it's not scalable. So if your networking only works when you're on, it's not a system yet. EOS gives us another simple tool called IDS. Identify, discuss, and solve. So instead of saying networking isn't working, we ask, what specifically isn't working? Why? What's the root cause of that issue? Here's some examples. People aren't referring me. Well, maybe they don't know how. My one-to-ones feel like a waste of time. Well, maybe there's no structure. I'm not meeting the right people. Maybe you're in the wrong place. This is where you stop blaming people and you fix the system. EOS is also about traction. And this is the part nobody wants to hear. This only works if you do it consistently, not occasionally, not when you feel like it, every week. Intentional one-to-ones, specific asks, tracking results, adjusting what's not working. That's how systems produce results. So here's the shift I want you to make. Stop thinking I need to network more. Start thinking I need to build a networking system, because the people who win in business aren't the ones who know the most people. They're the ones who have built a system where relationships consistently turn into referrals. And EOS gives you the structure to do exactly that. I've shown you how EOS can transform networking, but what really made this real for me was seeing it applied inside an actual business. In my conversation with Brock Beiersdoerfer, my EOS implementer, you'll hear how he used EOS to take a donut shop and turn it into a system-driven, scalable business. And what you'll realize is this: the same principles we talked about today don't just apply to networking. They apply to everything. If you're serious about building a business that runs on systems instead of guesswork, go listen to that episode next. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this content.